Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to another edition of AwesomeCallsTrading.com, one of the greatest chat rooms in the world. I'm going to do this really quickly for you. Just do a nice recap. Today, in general, it was challenging. Um, a lot of times I like to get in and tell you how simple and easy it is. But today it was a little bit more challenging. We had a lot of gap ups from earnings that just flew a lot more than we knew they were going to pop, but some of them popped a little bit more than expected, and we just we uh, some of us got in a little bit early, but we were able to capture the meat of the short once the came in. It was just a lot of teamwork today with the great Fire Trader and Dark Side's guidance. Um, I thought Janny Moore was incredible today, the way he guided traders into Facebook and others. Really inspiring to watch this group work together. Um, some people got bit up a little bit, and it's understandable. Not every day can be perfect, but we learn from it. Um, what inspires me are people that get bent, but then come back. And I'll tell you a perfect example. And I want to give a shout out to this gentleman here because this is what I love. You know, um, it's right here. His name was Adam. Here he is, Adam. Matt, AD, not Adam. Apologize. I'm trying to find his tweet so you can. It's really important to share it with you. Right here. You see this? He was down $900. My man, AD Graham, and because we got in a little bit too early. But then Fire came out and said, "This is the topping on PVH," and he nailed it. And he went from 900 to 170 positive, and I think he's even a little bit more positive now. Did you see that? That's inspiring. Every day you want to be perfect. Every day you want to be green. Every day you want to talk about that win streak and keep it alive. But this is day trading. The reality is you're not going to be perfect every day. I'm not going to be perfect every day. I'm going to certainly strive. But the reason why I opened the room is so there's enough different ideas out there that if something doesn't work, 10 others will, 8 others will. And then when you surround yourself with great traders that think like you, because day trading is very specific. It's an art. It's knowledge, ability, screen time, understanding the move. And when you surround yourself with pros, like a Fire, like a Dark Side, like a Janny, you know, they can guide you through these other trades. Hey, you missed it here. It's okay. I got you. We got a topping coming. Boom, and then the trader will double up, boom, and kill it. And that's what AD did. And this is what I feel is the most inspiring when a trader's behind and he doesn't give up. He didn't allow his emotions to get to the best of him. And that is why we create a room so we can all together be successful. I had another trader. His name was Joel. He was down just like on PVH. He was hurting. He needed 128, and I'll show you the trade. And we walked it down from 129.76 was his entry average, and he took it all the way down to 128.06, and he covered. He was so happy. And we, as a family, as a group, we did it together, live on screen, so we can all share. And he's just one subscriber, but he's not a subscriber. He's part of a group. He's part of a family, and we take care of family in here. That's what we do, no matter how big we are. All right. So I wanted to share with you. So I'm going to go through some of the ideas that we did this morning, um, and wanted to give a shout out to one of the best traders here, Lucy. She even made some money, got herself a nice toy. Says Lucy. She's my little dog, a little sidekick. I don't know where she is now. Okay. So let's go into the pre-market list for 28. Okay. CLWT, Nelson, Kiwi, Mauve, yada, 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 5, Lulu, Boeing, Light. Okay, so I'm going to take you to a few simple trades, stuff that is a no-brainer right out of the gate. Okay, a no-brainer is simply you just kind of like, what? Where do I enter? That's it. That's called a no-brainer. Just tell me where to enter and where to exit. Okay, I'm going to start with Light. So the stock was gapping up almost towards 56. So I said short the stock, take it to 54 and go long. That's it. That's your trade. So I wanted simple, stupid trades so people could just come in and traders, hey, gosh, dang it, I just need to make $500. Um, I got a 24 average on Nelson, so I don't need to add. I'm going to keep it and probably swing it for a day or two. It's only 500 shares, so that's where I'm at right now. Okay. So if I'm down 100, $200, I can live with that. But if it does hit 24.50, let me know. I like the stock. Okay. $54. Okay. So I just want to make something very simple, really easy to do. I wanted to get 54, and then I would wanted to pop up to another point and a half to the upside. So if you took the trade, here's light. I'll show it to you. Again, very simple, stupid. You don't have to think about the trade. Just all you have to do is understand it. You see it sitting up here. So I'll show you the trade. Uh, there's it sitting up there. And then it pulled at the open right here at 55. You could have shorted the stock. Um, and then, no, I haven't seen it, William, yet. And then it pulled to 54. And clear up double bottom. This is a very clear double bottom that was established by the market makers this morning. It tells me that they are not going to allow the stock to drop any more than that. The long was here. I wanted 54, so I missed it by about 5 cents. Went long here, and stock ran all the way up to $55.75. It was a beautiful executed trade. 350 shares long, made you about $600 for the day, and you were done for the day. 500 shares would have made you about 850. 1,000 shares would have made you 1,500 bucks. Okay. Let's go into another one. Let me see this one. No, not that one. Lulu. Lulu, I thought was really, they surprised a lot of short sellers yesterday, obviously. And Lulu just, it just, the one thing you have to understand about Lulu is it doesn't matter if it's up 15, 20, 25 points. The stock's going to run at the open. My goal was to run it to 170 and then short the stock. I didn't think it would go above 170, and I still feel like that 170 level is the area. Well, today the market makers, and I'll show you how I wrote it. Lulu, long the stock. It was 166. It was sitting there. I said long the stock at the open towards 170. So if you were in the pre-market in the morning and it was sitting at 166 when I started pre-market notes, you could have went long the stock, 250 shares, and before the market opened, you would have had 4 points in your pocket, which would have been over $1,000 you would have made. And then I wanted a nice 5 to 10 point pullback on it. If the stock did come down hard to 161, I did want you to go long the stock. But my goal was 170. I didn't think it would go higher than that, and then just fade the stock. So I want you to see the stock how I played it right here. Lululemon. You see how it gapped up, moved even higher, and here's the opening bell. Ding, 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 ding. You went long at 166 per my notes pre-market. Look at the time. And boom, there's the 170. It hit 171 and pretty much stayed there. I missed it by $1, but overall it came down all the way to 166 for a 4 point trade, almost five to the downside, and went right back up again, hit 171, and just kind of stayed in between. So on the long side, it was just an absolutely stunning trade at a 166, accomplishing what I wanted, and even doing more traders made more money. So. And then we shorted it. Some of us shorted off the 171. It has been a very difficult stock to trade on the short side because it won't break this 166, 167 area. Seems to have a hard time. We were trying to do it live on the screen with Dark Side. We almost got it, and then it just went right back up. The Dark Side prevented us. He just told us to cover, and he walked it right back up. Okay, so that was a good stock to trade. Boeing was another one that I enjoyed trading today. I don't know. I just have a real feel for this Boeing trade. Today, I just made it very clear. I just want a simple trade. I actually took this live in the room. It's really exciting because I wheeled the stock. I call it. I wheeled it. Um, but what I wanted to do was I wanted to pop the stock a little bit at the open, and then I want to take it down to 373. I was really adamant the stock would probably hit about 371 to 373. If it hit 373, I wanted you to scale in long and then bounce it. and you could see my pre-market notes were pretty much right on point on that. Boeing gapping up. Like to see a pop it open towards 377 and then go and then short it, quick pullback. And see how I wrote it? 377, then a quick pullback, and then take it at 373 and go long. I want you to see just who you're trading with. And if you've never been in the room before, I want you to look at this call, how I wrote it. This is Boeing. This is just like how I see NVIDIA or a Facebook call or a Baidu or an Alibaba. When it comes to Boeing, my mind works at a whole nother level than maybe yours does. But I want you to see the accuracy of this call, not just popping it and where it hit, but I want you to see when I say quick pullback and where it's going to bottom. All right, you ready? All right, so let's remind ourselves. 377 pop, then a quick snap pullback, and then a long at 373. You want to see it? All right, here we go. Here we go. Ding, 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 ding. Pop at the open, 377, hit 376.66, then a quick pullback. Snapped. Guess where it hit? 373. Right back to 375, almost 376. You see that? Boom, boom, boom. You were done. 300 shares, 2 points, $600. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow. All you had to do was just wait. Note said, pop at the open 377, missed it by 34 cents. Pull down, snapped it, hit the bottom at 372.67. I said it would another 34 cents. I was off and just right back up. All you had to do was buy at 373 and you were done. Next trade, CLWT. This was a beauty. This one, whenever we have anything to do with positive tariffs, um, or negotiations, this stock seems to run. Well, all morning, if you were listening to CNBC, they were really pushing CLWT. They were just pushing the talks, and this just anything positive, this stock tends to run, and you could see it is a formal runner. You pull for 180, and you could see actually, hold on, I think I went back a year on it. Yeah, um, formal runner. See how it just kind of goes out of nowhere from $2 to 8, and then another time it would go down to 4 to 8. So today, and then this one was from 4 to 6. These are former runners, and they when they run, they run. And so I saw that this morning, and so I put a call out. Like the volume was pretty thick this morning, ran really nice. So right here in pre-market, I was writing my notes, and I said, you know what? I was watching the 8 level, and um, I made this sit here and I made this. What am I trying to say? I just lost my train. Oh, I was watching the 8 level and I was thinking, okay, that's probably up a little too much. Shorts were very difficult to find, and I didn't really want anybody to short the stock. My mindset wasn't really shorting. I really wanted it just to come down to about the 550 level, which is about right here before it took off, and then go long. And so I was eyeballing the whole my if you look at my pre-market notes, it was our number one pick. If it drops to 550 level, go long. The stock should pop from there. And that was the trade. Well, the stock ended up hitting at $6 right there and double bottom pretty much. And then it just ran all the way back to 11. So I gave traders plenty of an opportunity to go long. I was letting traders know, hey, watch the 8 spot. Um, and if it hits that, it should run probably till 10 or $11. And if you look at my pre-market notes, they were pretty much on point. Number one pick in the room. I was always eyeing the $9, $10 spot. I wanted you to come down to 550 and then long it. Nowhere here did I say short the stock. There is not one thing that says short the stock. I don't want people to get trapped in that, and they would have probably lost their ass if you did try to short that play. I knew the stock was going to probably hit the 10 spot. I needed to hit the bottom first and then long the stock. And that was my trade. Okay, so that was good. It was a fun trade if you understood the trade. People that hate on this trade on Twitter or in other rooms or whatever, fuck off. You just don't understand how to trade it. So, go pound sand. Nobody's listening to you. All right, the next stock that we did on the list was PVH. Now, this one, I'm just going to be quiet because this was just fire. I mean, there's no words. So we're doing a chart tonight. We're trying to get the logs sheet for him too, so you can see how he played this out. This was now for me as a trader, I played PVH over the years, and a lot of shorts were just piled in here prior to earnings, and they really thought PVH was going to miss. I was reading the option report, and it, they just messed up. So the stock was already gapping 15 points. Okay. Well, if you know about PVH, it's kind of like the Lululemon. They will rip. Now, honestly, I had a long going out of the gate. I said it was going to pop at the open. Now, my pop that I thought would go to was, I think, 125 and top it off and then fade it. Well, and that would have already given the stock probably a 20-point run. And it actually, what, 15, 15 nibble short and then 125, right? So when the market opened, it ran, and we got in a little bit early based on the notes, and so some of us got caught in it, and others just kind of got out and revisit and waited. Then, and you could see just right out of the gate, it just ripped, and then it just ripped all the way to 132. All right. Now, what made this trade so terrific is those that did lose on the initial move made all their money back because the great fire, one of the great moderators in a room, terrific trader. He's going to be having his own webinar real soon in April that you can all look to visit. He's going to probably have charts like this up and teach you what he did. But he called out, and I shit you not, a 132.16 short, and I watched him just walk this thing down. And it wasn't so much he just walked it down. He was really given specific points where he wanted, and he was calling 128 16 or something like that, 128.90, and then he called 126. I think he called 126.86 was his next spot, and when it hit, he literally got out of the stock, and you could see right here at 126.86, and he covered. I mean, you just have to sit there and just nod your head and don't say anything because that's all you can do. It was an amazing trade. So next trade we did that I want to go into is AMRN. Now this morning, you know, um, to me this was just a this one ran yesterday on just some ridiculous news. And the first thing I got up this morning, and I do answer my DMs. A friend of mine here that's in the room, Richard, he DM'd me and he goes, "Good morning, sir. How do you think about AMRN?" And I said, "I think it will fade as the news grows older, in my opinion." And I said this to him this morning. That was what I wrote. Okay, because he wanted to know what to do with the stock. So I looked at the stock and the gap up, and I kind of just laughed at it. I just went, "Well, that's stupid. Being up another point. Okay, I'm going to short the stock." But before I short it, I'm going to let it pop probably to 1950 to 20, scale in short, and I'm going to just short the crap out of it and take it down. Now, what made this trade really fun was the quick money you could have made. Overall, the stock's coming to 18 and under. There's no ands, ifs, or buts. Before the end of the day, watch the next hour, 18 and under. It's just ridiculously stupid. But if you wanted to make quick money, look at the notes. This was just a beautiful, beautiful trade this morning, well executed and well thought out. AMRN was where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Right here. This is still gapping up off of yesterday's stupid news. This should simply sell off to 18.50 and under. If this pops at open to $19.75, I'd be nothing more than fade short, 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 short. Okay? Look at my call. If this pops it open to 1975, short to 18.50. I don't understand what more you want from me. Okay? You're paying $6 to make 600. Okay? So for me, this was just one of the easiest trades to set up for everyone in the room. And it was the second thing I started writing this morning. Okay? So right here, I went like this. AMRN. All right. So now initially I wanted to pop it open, 1975. All right. So it hit 1987 on a fat finger. And right here is 1975, 1977. See how accurately I called it out? Pop it open to 1975, scale in short, and take it down. Now I want 1850. but within a matter of a few minutes, 5 minutes to be exact, look at that. The stock had hit $18.65. I was off 15 cents. This is how great this room is. You want to see what the stock just hit just now? Are you ready? 18.50. You see that? In the end, the stock will come down to 18.50, which it did, and then probably top hit 18. That was the call. I never said long the stock. I never ever said go long the stock. I never said the word long in this whole thing. You should simply sell off. Wait for the pop at open, 1975, short the stock to 18.50. Stock is done. Next. I mean, really? Really? Okay. Next stock we have is Mauve. Now, Mauve gave us a little bit of a short-term move. We could have gotten better, but it didn't do quietly what we wanted. I figured the stock would probably, I wanted to, what I wanted was a 38.39 move and then a short. Okay. But if it pulled, I figured it would gap fill a little bit more. I was reading the report and just, this move here, in my opinion, doesn't justify, but it did give a nice little play for us. When it opened, it pulled. I wanted to pull a little bit more. It didn't. Then I said, okay, just watch 38.39 level. Stock almost hit 40, and then we just faded it down. And I think I think it was Darkside or Janny told everyone to cover right about here, and it was a nice 2 points to the downside trade. So even if you got in a little bit early, you were able to make your money back on this side. It did top off right there with the lower low setting in like that. The next trade that we did was VRNT, I think it was. Yeah, this is the last one, VRNT. Now this one, we wanted to short this. I was reading the analyst reports this morning, and they all had this with upgrades this morning. So I figured that the stock would most likely pop at the open towards 57. I'm sorry, 58. And then I wanted to scale in short the stock at the 58 level. So it was going to be a quick play. I did expect it to come down a little bit more, but it's, you know what I liked how these market makers work? They were able to just to grind it. They kind of let you know like they weren't going to, after three rejections, they weren't going to let it go down. So it gave everyone an opportunity to get out of the short, which I really liked and how they handled it because a lot of market makers won't do that like that. But this stock worked out pretty good. It grinded and then it collapsed. And if you look at the call on BRNT, which is right here, I think the stock will probably go to 58, maybe a $60 touch, and then fade off and pull back to 53.50. So if you look at the stock, if you went long in pre-market, which you could have gotten right here at this 56 level, it did hit 58.62. So you could have made a point and a half right out of the gate and scale in short right up here, here or here at 58, and then brought it back down to 56.50. So it gave a decent enough play for everyone to get in there. All right. So those are the 7 plays: CLWT, AMRN, Light, MOV, VRNT, PVH from the great Lululemon, and Boeing. Fire gave us PVH. We're going to celebrate that one tonight. One last trade I'm taking on a short swing. I'm just going to give it a day. It's Nelson. Now, Nelson, uh, it's interesting. This closed yesterday at 27, $28 a share. And you can see the last 5, 10 days, stock usually sits up here. And we have a big pull because Blackstone pulled their bid. The problem the issue why I'm holding it is because first of all, it's a slow, methodical stock to begin with, so I don't get hurt even if you lose 20 cents. I'm holding 500 shares with about a 24.01 average. So you can see it clearly. I'm down 25 cents. I'll probably cut it if I lose, maybe 1 point. I just want to see if I can get it bounce back up to 25. And the reason why I'm holding it for me as a trader is there's just too much noise out there from analysts to buy the weakness. I caught that this morning, and I'll show you on my fly on the wall. Nelson right here, from one of my top analysts that I respect at SunTrust. He is convinced that the deal will still go through. he sees this as a more favorable for the stock, um, that it will bounce back up, and this is more of a buying position, and that this is the position he wrote this morning. And then I saw also some other articles come out, people saying that the deal will still go through. So I'm going to give it a day or two. I will cut it at 23 with a $500 loss. I know I can make that money back, but I've got to at least try and see what I can do. All right, so that's my little swing right now for a day or two. See if I can get it bounced, and I'll probably add on to weakness to close and see what happens. If I take a hit, I take a hit, but I got enough information to at least give it a try. And it's pretty slow. I can get out right now with $100 loss, and I'm not, really worry about it, because I can make that up anytime. So. And that is today's day, or what day is this? For March 28th, 2019. I want to thank you so much for joining us today. And if you want to be a part of our great trading room, our family, just click right here. It's $25. And for a day, 100 for a week. And if you want to convert to a monthly, it's 197, and we give your money back 125 bucks right back to you. But I think signing the monthly is really important because it gives you about a week or so to get acclimated to how we trade in here. Every day I get up at 3:30 o'clock. I'm in California, Pacific time. So I'm up really early and I'm just doing homework. I do research. I do this every day. Every day I have to do 12 ideas. I usually do 10 on the top 10 list, and then I add two or three, like an offering or an analyst call or something that I see that's going to sell off that hasn't sold off yet. And that's where AMRN, MYLK, and Light hit perfectly. So, okay. I look forward to, and also you can join our Discord room. It's free. Just sign up and you're in. Talk to a community of traders. There's 1,075 members. We're almost 1,100, 218 online right now you can talk to. And so there's Discord, and you can listen to any of these YouTube videos, over 100 of them, located at Awesome Calls Trading on. Um, I like to listen to. I listen to it myself when I do my hiking. So um, yesterday's we had 114 reviews, so not too bad. I do them every day, so that way you can recap what you missed, what you and I could sell these each DVDs. How I traded this stock, how I trade that. That's not what we do here. I think the more content I give you, the more I pour into you, the more knowledgeable you'll become, the more confident you'll become, and the better trader you'll become. And in the end result, you just make more money because you understand the trade more. Okay, so that's why I do it. All right, traders, thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, so thank you. Bye bye.